As you've decided to work on a business case study too, now I'm going to demonstrate the process of creating noded applications to perform each of these operations. So this is my IBM Cloud account, and so for the purpose of the assignment, we need to create this two application and this one IoT platform. This is service. So this conveyor simulator, this the application has been deployed from my local computer. The code was provided in week 10 for this application, and I have opened each of these application in a new tab and this IoT platform service as well. So now I'll open the application. So this conveyor simulator application needs authentication, and as I've already provided my authentication detail, I'll just click OK. So now we can see it's connected to IT platform. So one thing to take note is both of this conveyor simulator and noded application needs to be connected with IoT platform first, then and then only we can work on this noded application. So I have already connected both of this application with IoT platform. So now I'll just go to the dashboard of IoT platform and see if the conveyor simulator is sending data or not. So this is the conveyor simulator. So you can see device ID here, and the device ID is same here. So now I'll start again and see if it's sending data or not. I'll vary the speed, and here we can see it's actually sending the data to IoT dashboard. So now I'll just stop it again and I'll head back to my Node-RED Flow editor. So first I have to connect my this IBM IoT with the application. So for that I have to provide credentials. I have to type the device ID here. So I'll just copy the name from here and I'll paste in the device ID field. So now we are good to go. So I'll just deploy to see if it's connected or not. Now it's showing here connected. So that means this node is connected to our IBM IoT service. So now to calculate the time of operation between its start and stop, we have to write the function to calculate the time of operation. So for that purpose, I'll just drag this function node and I'll copy the code to calculate the time of operation. So I have already pasted the code to calculate the time of operation between start and stop. Now I'll drag this debug node to check the output. So we are sending the time of operation in print message variable. I have to place the same variable name here. So now I'll deploy it, and I'll also start the conveyor belt. See here it's sending message conveyor belt is running. Now I'll increase the speed, and it's sending the message it's the speed is changing. So now what we have to calculate is the time of operation between start and stop. So as I've already started, so I'll just stop it now and check if it's actually calculating the time. Yeah, we can see here conveyor belt has ran for 0.48 minutes. That's 48 seconds. So that means we have deployed this first step. Now I'll demonstrate this second step. So to post Twitter alert when the conveyor belt reaches up a certain limit. So for that purpose, we have to uh, access the API key from Twitter dashboard, Twitter developer dashboard. So I have already created um, this application. So I will regenerate the key for now. So again, we need function node to check the limit, like if it has uh, this reach of a certain speed limit. So I'll again drag this function node and I'll connect with IBM ID and I'll paste the code to check if it has reached certain speed limit. So now we have configured the tweet node already. Now I will need this Twitter out node to post a notification to Twitter. So now I have to configure uh, my credentials in Twitter. So I'll regenerate the key again. Similarly, I'll also regenerate the access token and access token secret. Paste it in here. And this is my Twitter ID. So now the app will post Twitter in this account. I'll also drag this debug node to check the output in debug console. And we are good to go, and I'll just deploy the application. So here I have tried to check if the speed limit reaches over 2 RPM, then it will send alert to Twitter account. So let's see if it works. I'll start it. And I'll increase the speed so that it will reach over 2 RPM. See, I think we can see the message here. And let's see if it has posted to Twitter account or not. Yeah, we can see here conveyor belt has reached the speed limit of 2.1 RPM and it just posted recently. That's 21 seconds ago. So that means the second one it's also working. Now I'll demonstrate the third one, and that is sending an email alert to Gmail account if the bell has stopped operation or if its speed change is detected. Again, I have to configure the code to check if its speed limit, if its speed is changed or if it's terminated. I'll again have to write rules for that. So I'll just copy the code which I have already created. So this code will check if the speed is changing or if the conveyor belt has been terminated. So in order to send the email, first I have to drag this mail out node and connect with function node, and I have to configure a few things here. So as I'm using Gmail to send the alert message, so I have to create app password and I also have to provide Gmail account from which I have to send email. So now I'll just configure that. I'm demonstrating the process to create app password so that we can use that in this to field. Where we have created the app password. Now I'll just copy this email and I'll paste it here. So this is the from email ID. Now I have to post two email ID as well from to which account I have to send email notification. So I'll just use my university email. Now we have successfully configured the email credentials. Now I'll use debug node to see the output in this debug console as well. Now we're good. We have to debug the application now. Now we have to check for the condition. If speed is changing or if conveyor belt is terminated, then we have to send email notification to the provided Gmail ID. So for that purpose, I'll just start this conveyor belt again. This is started. And so when I change the speed, I should receive email in my university Gmail account. Yeah, I have received the emails. So whenever the speed is changing, I'll receive this email. So that means I have to check again, like when it's terminated. Again, I have to receive email. So it is terminated. Now I'll go back to my Gmail account and see if I've received email. Yes, I have received email. Uh, this one. So uh, since this speed two times, I have receiving two emails, and this is the email which I've received when the conveyor belt is terminated. So in this way, so we have successfully created IBM Node application to perform each of these operations. Thank you.